Good morning everyone. So today we're going to do congruence of triangles, class 9. Actually this topic starts from class 6. So first of all, what do we understand by congruence of triangles? For that we should first know what is a triangle. A three-sided polygon is called a triangle. There are different types of triangles on the basis of sides and on the basis of angles. So everybody knows what is a triangle. Now, what do we understand by congruence means? Like, let's go to class 6 basics. There in class 6, they taught us that let's draw a line segment AB, which is 6 centimeter, and let's draw another line segment CD, which is again 6 centimeter. So we can say that this line segment is equal to this, or in other words, we can say line segment AB is congruent to CD. There is also another way to say this. The line segment this have the same length, same measure. There's a reason we can say they are equal or they are congruent with each other. In the same way, in class 6 again we learn that angle 30 degree, let's say this one, which is ABC, and there is another angle which is PQR. So we can say angle B is equal to angle Q, or angle B is congruent to angle Q. So this is what they are saying. If the angles are equal, we can say they are congruent also. So in a simple word, what is congruent is, if two triangles have the same shape and same size, it should be same shape and same size. If the two triangles have same shape and same size, then we can say they are congruent, provided there are some criteria for congruence. Provided that there are at least 5 conditions that we have to see in two triangles. Supposing if two triangles are provided to us, when can we say they are congruent? When can we say they are of equal shape and size? So first thing they are saying SSS criteria. SSS criteria means if in two different triangles, if one side of one triangle is equal to the corresponding side means same place, corresponding side of the other triangle, and if this side is equal to the corresponding side of this triangle, and if this side is equal to the corresponding side of this other triangle, that means in two triangles, if three sides are equal, three corresponding sides are equal, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent, and there is a symbol to write congruent. We can say the two triangles are congruent or equal. Now why they are equal? Because this size is equal to this, same length, this equal to this is also same length with this one, and this is also having same length with this one. So because of that, we can say the two triangles are congruent or equal, and we will just write here what condition we have used, SSS. That means for two triangles to be congruent, it should be congruent by SSS, or some more conditions are there which are coming. So we need to see in two triangles whether the three sides are equal or not. That is the first thing. Congruent means I can pick up this figure and it can go on top of this figure and it will cover this figure. This ABC will cover that PQR, exactly same size. Second condition, SAS. It means that two triangles are congruent. We can say two triangles are of same size. If, again, take two triangles. Suppose we have two different triangles. And in these two different triangles, what we noticed is that two sides, that means let's say this side is equal to this and this side is equal to this. That is what we notice in this two triangle, and one included angle is equal. That means two triangles are congruent. We can say these two triangles are congruent or equal only if two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to the corresponding sides and the included angle of the other triangle. That means we just have to observe the figure. Whenever a question related with congruence of triangle comes, we have to see whether in the two triangles, these two sides and the included angle of one triangle, is it equal with two sides and the included angle of the other triangle, and it should be corresponding. It cannot be like this. Supposing this side equal to this side equal to this, and this angle equal. We can't say this time that the two triangles are congruent by side angle side, because we have to observe and see that only the corresponding sides are equal. This side should be equal with this only. This side should be equal with this only, and this angle will be equal with this only. Then only we can say the two triangles are congruent. Otherwise, it is not congruent. So that is what we have to observe. So this is SAS criteria. Then there is one more, which is angle side angle. That means again in two triangles. So all the information will be provided in the question, because I've come across class 9 students saying that they are facing problem with this congruence of triangle. So we need to observe this questions here. We need to see what are the information that they have provided in the question. So we can say two triangles are congruent if two angles and one included side of one triangle is equal to two angles and the included side of the other triangle. Then we can say the two triangles are congruent. What does that mean? Means if this angle equals to this, if this side equals to this, and if this angle equals with this. So this one though we can only observe. If we draw the figure, if we observe, then only we will be able to tell that whether this angle is equal to this or not, whether this angle is equal to this or not, and whether this side is equal to this or not. And one very important thing that we have to see here is the corresponding angles, corresponding sides only should be equal in the two triangles. As I mentioned earlier, if suppose you have noticed that this angle equals with this in the other triangle, then we cannot say the two triangles are congruent by side angle side or angle side angle. It doesn't match, because this angle should be equal with this angle. So we need to observe the figure properly. Then if this happens, then we can say the two triangles are congruent by angle side angle criteria. Then like that, there is one more, which is angle side. That means if two angles and one side of one triangle is equal to the two angles and the other side of the other triangle, then we can say they are congruent by AAS. Then there is the last one. If in two right angle triangle, RHS. RHS means supposing we have two right angle triangles. Let's see like this. This condition is valid only in RHS, means only in right angle triangle. So PQR. So how can we say two triangles are congruent by RHS criteria is if in two right angle triangles this angle equals to this, that means the 90 degree, both are equal. Second, if the hypotenuse length is equal with the hypotenuse length of the other triangle, and out of these two sides any side is equal with the other side, but corresponding only should be equal. Only the corresponding part should be equal. This length should be equal with this angle should be equal with this, and this side will be equal with this. Then we can say the two triangles are congruent by RHS criteria. So let's take one sum, and I think it will help you. Let's see one sum. Maybe that will help you. Let's take one sum. So basically congruent means when can we say the two figures are exactly same. So we need to see the figure, figure given in the question, and whether we need to see whether out of those 5 conditions any condition is satisfied or not in our given question. So if we see a question from class 9 book, let's say, let's take a normal one, which is this one, the first question. So only if one question, if you can understand, then you can do the rest. Here in this question they are saying that there is a quadrilateral ACBD where AC is equals to AD. This is already provided to us, and the line segment AB bisects angle A. So we should know few things from before. What is the meaning of bisect? Bisect means this line segment AB is cutting this angle A into two equal parts. That's why they have used the word bisect. If they would have just said AB is a line, then we cannot say these two angles are equal. But since they have said AB bisects angle A, means we can say this angle equals to this. Second thing, so what we need to show? So to show, I'm making this video keeping in mind all those students who are having problem with congruence of triangle, because if we are not clear with congruence of triangle, then quadrilateral chapters or any chapter related with congruence of triangle, maybe similarity of triangles, all the chapter becomes difficult. So at least we should know what is the meaning of congruence of triangle and how do we do sums here. So if you see this is what they are asking in the first case, and second case they are asking what can you say about BD and BC. Okay, the one we will see later. So whenever we have a triangle like this, whenever they are telling us to make the two triangle congruent, so you need to observe the main figure and see where is ABC. So ABC is this triangle. In this quadrilateral, ABC is here. So what you do, just remove that figure from there exactly as it is, ABC. So all the students in class 9, they should have the concept of congruence of triangle, because when they go to class 10, they'll be having similarity of triangles. So congruence of triangles is very important. So take out the figure from the main figure as it is, then write down like this what is the information given, because this length AC is equal to this length AD, the question is saying, and this angle CAB is equal to angle DAB, because the question is saying AB bisects angle A. Then next what you do is you take out this figure ABD as it is, ABD, you remove as it is. After that what you do is, after removing ABD, you turn that figure and make it exactly like this, because first is you remove it from the main figure. Once we remove it from the main figure, it will be like this. When you remove it from the main figure, it will be like that. Now we can turn it and we can write exactly as our main figure, because we already know that this AD, that line segment AD, is equal to line segment AC. So that's why they will fall on the corresponding parts, they are equal. Second thing is this angle, which is DAB, is equals to angle CAB, because these things we already know. Suppose if we didn't knew that AC and AD are equal, then we don't know where will be D and where will be A. Just because we know that these two are equal, so as I told you, they should be in the corresponding parts, exactly in the same place, and this angle equals with this. Now the question is asking, can we say these two triangles are congruent? So as I told you, you need to observe the figure and see out of the 5 conditions which I gave you, which is side, 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 side angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and RHS. Using out of this any one, we can make the two triangles congruent. We can say the two triangles are congruent if any of this criteria is satisfied here. So for that we need to observe the figure. One side is equal, that we can say, because this side is equal to this. Why? Reason is given. Second, we can say this angle is equal to this. That means one side is done, one angle is done. Then looking at the criteria, one side is done, one angle is done. That means the third has to be a side, because we can't say now side side side, we can't say angle side angle, we can't say angle angle side, because already one side is equal, one angle is equal. So only thing that is left is the third side. So if we observe here properly, this line segment AB is equal to this line segment AB. So how do we write? We write like this: in triangle ABC and triangle ABD, in this two triangle, what we have observed? In this two triangle, we have observed that this line segment AC is equal to the line segment AD. That is what we have observed. And why they are equal? They are equal because the quotient is telling. That's why we will write here given. Next, we will write this angle CAB. We will not write angle A, because this angle is a part of angle A. So we cannot say angle A for this one. We have to say angle CAB is equals to angle DAB. And why these two angles are equal? Again, there is a reason why they are equal, because AB, the line segment AB bisects angle A. So two things done. Now we need a third thing. And the third thing, if I observe again the figure, the line segment AB is here and the line segment AB is here. AB and AB, they are two different triangles, but the line segment is same. There are two different triangles, but the line segment is same, means if let's say this AB length is 5, let's just say, then it is obvious that this length also will be 5, because we have taken AB from the main figure only. So this AB is with the first figure also, and AB is with the second figure also. AB equals to AB. They are same line segment. So that's why what we will say, AB equals AB. Reason will be common. Why common? Because they are the common line segment in these two triangles. So what we have said that this side is equal to this angle is equals to this, and this side is equals to this. So can we say these two triangles are congruent? Yes, because what was the criteria saying? Two triangles are congruent. So you need to read the sentence also properly. Two triangles are congruent or equal when two triangles are congruent or equal. Two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. Or you can say two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to the corresponding two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. So we have shown that. Since we have shown that, we can say, therefore, triangle ABC, this is the symbol for triangle, congruent to triangle ABC. So the way we write also matters here, because we are saying ABC, so we have to say ABD. Why? Because AB and AB are equal. That's the reason. We cannot say ABC is congruent to ADB. That will be wrong. We have to say ABC is congruent to ABD, because this line segment is equal to this. And why they are congruent? By what criteria? Side, angle, side. Now comes the most important thing. Once the two triangles are congruent means they are exactly same size, same shape. So let's imagine we are pulling this figure from here, we are taking out this figure from here, and we are putting on top of this. So when you're pulling this figure and putting on top of this figure will cover this figure. So it will superimpose this figure. So when this figure will superimpose this figure, we can say this line segment BD is equals to this line segment BC, because now they are congruent. Now we have already made the two triangles congruent. We have made the two triangles congruent means their shape is size, the shape is same, the size is same. So we can say this line segment is also equal. That means BD equals BC. The reason will be CPCTC. That will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Means once the two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. So this is how we do congruence of triangle. So I just showed you one sum. You can come up with another sum, you can do it, you can ask with me, you can leave, you can ask me which sums to do from class 9 exercises if you have any problem in the comment section, or class 7 students. So I just showed you one sum. There are lots of sum. Actually it takes a lot of time even to do one sum. So I will if still anybody is having doubt, I can discuss some more questions. You have to let me know. You have to let me know if there is any problem from your triangles chapter, any sum. I will discuss like this only one sum at a time I can discuss. That will be much better, because if I do many sums at a time, then you will not understand. Just one sum at a time is better. Then like that you'll understand properly. So just a small concept of congruence of triangle I showed you. So you let me know whether you understood or not, or if you're having any doubts still in the same sum or any other sum, just let me know. Thank you so much.